Come left, steer course 020.
Left steer course 020, sir.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Avionics Tech Channel.
Options the U.S. Navy has developed over the years. Her way replenishment is perhaps the most important. Abbreviated as unwrap, underway replenishment is a method of transferring fuel, munitions and cargo from one ship to another while both ships are still sailing. Before this method was developed, warships either had to return to shore to restock or stop at special supply bases established worldwide. The problem with this method was that it left both the supply depots and the stopped ships very vulnerable. Underway replenishment solves these problems by having specialized cargo ships pull up next to the receiving ship and pass a series of lines. Between them, using these lines and a system of hooks and pulleys, the cargo ship can transfer thousands of pounds of equipment without either ship coming to a stop. Works for the hoses that provide fuel. Tanker ships simply pull up alongside the receiving ship, pass one or more hoses between them. Pump fuel directly from one fuel tank to another. Though this process has been around since World War II, it has only become safer and more reliable thanks to modern technology. And since unwrapped refueling deals with thousands of gallons of toxic chemicals and pollutants over ocean waves, safety is a crucial part of the process. To start, a link must be established between the two vessels. This is accomplished by having a member of the replenishment ship fire a line gun in the proximity of the other vessel's deck. This features a weight with a rope attached. Its rope can then be used to carry the hose mechanism from the tanker to the receiving ship. Once the flow of fuel is confirmed, the tanker will begin the filling process back and forth. Teams on both sides of the hose line must be careful. To keep it above the crashing waves, if the hose is hit with too much force, it could end up with a damaged line or fuel spill. Another reason this process is treated with so much care is the ease with which spilled fuel can cause a fire aboard a ship. In fact, if there were to be a refueling-related fire, it's possible that the blaze could spread across the umbilical in a matter of minutes.
Every necessary preparation was taken.
Depending on conditions, cargo transfer can be initiated with a line gun or merely a sailor with a good arm. Either way, once a line is established between the two boats, a pulley system will be established so that heavy loads can be moved to either side. This takes a lot of coordination between teams on both decks as the primary method by which munitions, weapons, food and trash are moved back and forth. With sailors pulling the ropes, these men and women are also responsible for retrieving and putting away the various cargo as it arrives. This is not just a time to unload. However, during an unwrap, receiving ships will often pass back unneeded cargo, garbage and other items that would otherwise take up much needed space aboard the vessel. There are many situations in which underway replenishment is not possible, whether this is due to weather conditions, rough seas, or lack of proper equipment. The alternative is almost always vertical replenishment or vertrep. This method uses helicopters equipped with cargo hooks and netting to move supplies from one ship to the other TERs. Are capable of carrying thousands of pounds at once. A vert representative operation generally takes much longer than an underway replenishment. In many cases, this has to do with logistics, as the team receiving the cargo is also responsible for taking it off the deck and storing it as quickly as possible. Vertical and underway replenishment exist solely to keep naval vessels on a mission. The U.S. Navy needs these ships out in the water. In the case of an incident or a conflict thousands of miles back to base is simply not an option. This is one reason so many people are shocked to find out that sailors aboard military vessels typically receive regular mail. Mail is handled by the Naval Supply Systems Command or NAVSUP Fleet Logistics Center.